Hey, how's it going? And today I thought it'd just be fun to do something fun. And I created this game. I had it in my head. I did it in Unreal Engine, and I was just trying to see how easy I could do it in Unreal Editor for Fortnite. And I just call it Guess the Number or Die. And we come in here on the game, and I have the instructions up there, but they're kind of hard to see. Where are they? Oh, they're up there somewhere. I think they're up there too high. Oh, right there. See, I don't know if you can see them. But it just says guess the number or die, step on the trigger to trigger the device. If you lose, the game ends. If you win, the door opens. Well, I thought that was kind of harsh if you just lose the first time, so I just have it set up with a message. So we just step on the trigger, and I won right off the bat. But it's not always supposed to win. I'm not always supposed to win. It's just a 1 in 10 chance, right? Because it's supposed to be random. So then I lose. See? I go off the trigger, come back on, you lose. So you're going to lose more than you win. So that was weird for me to win the very first time. But doesn't take very long to do, and it's kind of fun. And then I think it has a lot of other applications. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I'll get started in just a minute. Okay, so to get started on this, we're just going to go into a blank island template, and I'll just leave it called My Project H and go create. And this is all done with creative devices. I was trying to do this with Verse, but I actually felt just using the devices was faster and even better. So it's pretty much the same thing. So again, we have two spawners. We only need one. So I'm just going to delete that one. And we just need a few things for this. So let's see what we're going to get. There's a random number generator right here. And I'll drag this onto the scene. And there's one thing I learned about this particular device is that I had it upside down. I thought something was wrong with it, but there was nothing wrong with it. It was just I had it upside down. So that is how it's supposed to appear, like that. And then we need a trigger device. Now here's a tip I learned while I went to Unreal Fest and went to a presentation on creating games in Fortnite, and they said really that you shouldn't use buttons very much. You should use triggers. And they said because sometimes people just have a hard time triggering buttons. So I'm trying to get away from buttons, so that's why I'm just using triggers pretty much from here on out. And I've seen that with my own games that I built that kind of sometimes have to come at the button at just the right angle to get to be able to interact with it. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to get a billboard. And I don't have to do this, but I'm just doing this to go all the way on this. So I'll just drag it low because you saw I had the other one too high. And this is just an easy way to get a message to the... So the text color, I realized I want it black so it's easier to see. And then if we come in here, I'll just say guess the number or die, and if you hit enter, what's that? I think it's Control Enter or Shift Enter, and then you can make a space there, and then we'll just say take a guess and see. You know what I'll say is I'll say step on the trigger to try your luck. How does that sound? Like something at a carnival? And hit enter. That should go through. Now why don't I do see it over there. Let me see. There we go. Step on, try your luck. Okay, that's great. So we have a little message there. And we'll leave the trigger visible in the scene. And let's see. What else do we need? Oh, we need just two HUD devices. So we're going to go HUD device, and we'll drag one on. And we'll drag another one on. And then what we're going to do. So what's interesting about this trigger is that in this case, it's just passive. And we actually don't need to do anything with this. What we want to do is click on this device. And there's a lot to this. So over here on value limit, this is basically your min and max values. So right now it's set to 1 to 6. But it has a weird thing with the winning value because it says if the device picks a number equal to or higher than this value, it wins. So I don't know about that. So let's say I didn't want that to happen, I would have to pick the highest number here as the winning value. So I'll just have it go 1 through, I'm going to just do it like I did before. I'll do 1 through 10, and then we'll do 10 as the winning number. So then it's kind of weird. People win if they guessed, if you put the winning value as 4, anything above 4 would win. So I don't know. I don't know about that. But then we can leave everything else just kind of the same. And then we want this to activate on the trigger. So we search here for trigger, select trigger, and we go on triggered. And we can go ahead and save that. So now that this, when someone steps on this, this will trigger this. So now all we have to do is just get some messages to display. And we're going to come in here, and I've already done a tutorial about this. But we're going to right click and go create user widget right here. This is super easy to do. We're going to double click on this. And this is straight out of Unreal Engine. This is just a bare bones interface. And we'll just go canvas panel here and drag it onto the scene. Let me scroll out, and we can drag it to 1920 by 1080. And then we're just going to search for some text and drag that right onto the scene there. And we can go ahead and anchor that in the center. And then on our text, we're just going to say, you win. And we can make this more festive and make this like a green color. So we'll just drop the red and the blue and go OK. And then we can actually make this bigger, to make it more exciting. You win. And size that to content. And we'll just pop that right there. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and clear that and compile and save. And then we're going to kind of cheat here. Once that's selected, we're going to go Control D and just make a copy of it. And that's going to be Blueprint 1, new widget Blueprint 1. And we're going to double click into it. And we'll select the text. And then all we'll do is just change the text from you win to you lose. And then we'll change this to red. So we'll bump that up to 1 and pull the green down to 0 and go OK. And compile and save. And then this could also be a trigger for other things like doors to open or things to blow up or whatever. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select, let's go with the you win first, make sure it's selected. Then we're going to go to this HUD device here, and we're just going to scroll down here to here where it says widget, and we'll just click that arrow there, and it'll automatically connect to there. And then here we want to show it. We'll click here and we'll select the random number generator, and that's going to be on win. So we'll save that. Then we'll just go, we'll select this next new widget blueprint here. We'll click on this HUD and we'll do the same thing we just did. We'll come up here, we'll click that button. It'll tie it to that widget. And then we're going to come down here, show. We're going to select the random number generator, and this is going to be on lose. And as far as I know, that's everything we need to do. And how long did that take? And I think this is a lot faster than if I tried to write this in verse. And actually accomplishes the same thing as the other kind of games that I've done, except the only problem is that this is in Fortnite and you're kind of confined to that ecosphere, and who knows, how much traffic you can get to your game unless you do some extensive marketing. Or I guess it's a really fantastic game. So we'll just see if this works now. So I'm just going to go ahead and launch session. And because this takes a few minutes, I'll come back once it's done. Okay, we're back and we're ready to go. So I'll hit escape and then I'll hit start. And we'll see if this works. So we come into the game and it says guess the number or die. Whoops, I didn't spell trigger right. Step on the trigger to try your luck. So let's step here. I lose. Try it again. This might take a few times because it's not that easy to get. It's a 1 in 10 chance, right? Well, this is kind of depressing, but let's see. I think I did this before, and it was surprisingly hard to actually win once. But I just want to see if it'll work. It goes to you. Win. Yay! And that's how it works. So, anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Take care. Have a great day. And I will talk to you next time.